Here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Brady now on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? The competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Rashard Matthews from 8 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Travis Coons now to add the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Rob Kelly. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He's got time. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there. 62 yards.
They took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First and goal, Kelly. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. First down, Brady. And incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Now Brady. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the... Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create.
They've got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat it.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw is Brady. Incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Brady. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Brady to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think it's off.
And McCoy loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly. Worked his...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Collins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair, because now trying to stay with the receiver.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Stafford now on second down. Going for it all. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Brady throwing on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On third down, here's McCoy. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And that'll make it third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. So after the INT, it's Brady. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Alone to the right is Jones.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Being chased out left. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game. And fits the exact right road. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Gillesley, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. You give them 15 more, and it's another first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Jim Caldwell is showing a little confidence in the offense, leaving him out there here on 4th down. On 4th downs, and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Travis Kelsey from 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Brady now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And complete, right side to Cook. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Brady, and he hits his man, Matthews. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Foxborough after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers? A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Brady going to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Are you kidding me? And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stafford trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. To throw is Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's caught at the 10. First half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. Third down here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. One man in the backfield, that's McCoy. So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
His throw caught at about the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. LaShawn McCoy punching it in from a yard away. And they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field. If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Malik Collins, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there on third down. 55 yards. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Stafford. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10.
I wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need no R&R to regular life. I say au revoir. Hey, living life in the fast lane. May your pain only be. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid. Doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey. Do what you wanna do. Do what you wanna do. I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Some very loud speakers, cold drinks.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. On first down, Brady. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues. I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady, and Cook has it, left side. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. A great read, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll give it to him here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough.
And McCoy loses the football. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First carry for Matt Forte. And a cut to the left sideline. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. So the D-line's going to spread out. Brady going to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sammy Watkins, 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver, 43 yards. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And it's up and good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And out now come the Eagles. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Forte, the lone running back. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. The offense behind the chains after the infraction. It's now 3rd down and 14. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
To throw, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Brady to throw on second down. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A give to McCoy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Emmanuel Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came... together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Again, it's McCoy. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Here's Marquette King now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Wentz now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He's going to get the football. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st down.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Down to McCoy. And he will not be able to turn the corner. He's out of bounds, shy of the goal line. And the defense steps up and denies the attempt for 2. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to run, and that's caught inside the 35. They get 31 yards that time. And it'll be first down, Eagles. And they're going to go soft on the corners. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center?
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a score closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wentz going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He'll get the football here. Oh, a little 360. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
10 yards on the pickup there, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it with McCoy. And they get him down right near them. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. 3rd down, here's Forte. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 12 yards is the pickup there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Rashard Matthews, the intended target. And it brings up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Brady going to look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
He'll boot this one away. Now, Philadelphia. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th down. Lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah,
that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll be a Philadelphia 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
It's caught. Jones. And the Play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Wentz now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.